I'm Justin Guthrie. A lot of people can't guess my middle name. Don't really fit me. Jerome. So yeah, I don't really look like much of a Jerome. Named after my papa. Studying public relations. I was in photography. Wanted to be a wildlife photographer for National Geographic, chasing down some animals and what. But that didn't pan out for me. I love interacting with people, and I feel like with PR, I'm going to be doing something different every day. So really looking forward to that. Somebody asked me one time, they said, what's the difference between high school wrestling and college wrestling? And I said, one mistake. I think that's one of the biggest things in college wrestling. You can make one mistake and it can be the end of the match. So you got to focus on the fact that every bit of what you do, you've got to focus on your technique, you got to focus on your strength, you got to focus on your conditioning, your mental game. It's all inclusive. It's all important. So if you're thinking about wrestling at the next level, you need to consider that, because if you're going to be successful, that's what you're going to have to focus on. It's a culmination of everything. When we come in here, the relationship with the team wasn't a very tight-knit team. The upperclassmen, they did their thing. The freshmen, they did their thing. You know, a lot of the freshmen that come in are still here. We're hard workers. They brought in a good class. We were all real close. We intermingled with one another real well, and we had some troublemakers my freshman year. We seem to have weeded out a lot of that because we hold each other accountable. You know, we try to make sure, you know, that everybody's doing right. It's definitely like a pyramid effect, but you know, we're on top too. The captains are also enforcing rules. It just doesn't have to be the coaches anymore. So that's one big thing. Work ethic. People are getting more workouts in on their own time. You don't have to push us as hard. You don't have to be like, you know, guys, we're working out at this time, because they can count on us to be there and do it on our own time. So yeah, that's some of the biggest changes, I would say. And the morale is so much different. Some of the guys that were here when I first got here, they weren't looking forward to wrestling, and they were just buying time. And you'd get in the mat room with them, and it was almost like you'd really have to just fight them to get the fire out of them. You know, to get them to wrestle hard against you. Even though they were more talented than me, stronger than me, I would beat up on them. And the only way that I could get them to start wrestling hard was to piss them off. And so that happened a lot. But not so much of that anymore. Everybody knows to get after it. Oh, I just heard about this in Ohio. This guy, it's a pretty sad story. You know, committed suicide, released all those animals. I think it was something like 8 bears, 17 tigers, maybe something like that. A couple baboons, lions, and come to find out, a lot of those tigers were Bengal tigers. And they had to put all those tigers down and stuff like that. And Bengal tigers are almost extinct. There's only 1,200 of them left in the world. And I just think that's a pretty sad story that they had to do that. But they were worried that if they tranquilized them, they were going to run away, because the tranquilizer doesn't kick in right off the bat. They were afraid they were going to run away, burrow down somewhere, come back to life, and then, you know, do some damage on the tail. My favorite animal is definitely a rooster. Most of the guys on the team know that. Yeah, I had a rooster named Roho. He's a bad dude.
Named what now?
Roho. Red. Because when we got him, he was predominantly red. A lot of his feathers were pulled out and stuff like that, because he had gotten attacked by a dog. He had a big lump on his back, and the only feathers he had was his tail feathers, and they were just beautiful color of red. And eventually they all grown in and stuff, and he was a pretty rooster, but we named him Roho.
So, I mean, did you grow up with a lot of animals around you, like on a farm or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, a lot of animals. You name it, I've pretty much had it. The only thing I haven't had is a skunk, but my dad had a skunk. If you didn't know it, you can descent a skunk and he can't spray you anymore, but it'd be a good pet to have. I'm looking forward to getting one day so I can play pranks with it and stuff. Just throw that in somebody's room, they think he can spray them, but he can't.
If you can descent a skunk, can you descent like the smell of sweat? Because you smell pretty bad right now.
No, this is work. This is hard work. Can't get rid of this smell.
Now, what happened to your shirt there? Were you guys like roughhousing a little bit out there? Or?
Yeah, this is actually my coach's shirt, Daniel Elliott. Pretty much everything I got on right now is not mine. I'm known for that on the team, not wearing my own stuff. I don't know. It's just like, you know, we're brothers here, we can share.
Do you just come to practice naked, or how does that?
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I would, but it's starting to get a little cold, so I'm not doing that as much anymore. But yeah, we were doing half in, full out, which is where you go easy in, and then you start going live at the end, and me and one of the freshmen, we started going pretty hard, and he got a hold of the shirt and just ripped it. And it's even ripped in the back a little bit too, so I think this one's retired. But I like to wear a shirt till they wear out, you know. And I also, sometimes when I'm not doing good, I just rip them like the Hulk.
So you will wear a shirt out if it's been a bad day.
Right. The shirt don't wear me. I wear the shirt.
So how many T-shirts do you think you've been through?
Since
in the last week. No, I'm
oh, since I've been here at Gardner-Webb, I've probably ripped 10 or 15 shirts. Actually ripped one of my shirts on the softball field too, in intramurals. We were playing, and the team was dependent on me. I was, there was 2 outs. There was a guy on third. It was a winning run, and they were like, "Just get a base hit, just get a base hit." But I'm like, "No, I'm going for it. I'm going for a home run." So I go swing for the fences, long pop out. I knew it was a pop out immediately. Ripped the shirt, and here I am walking around with all these around all these kids with a ripped shirt down to my chest, showing my mojo, my man fur.
Now, that is a softball T-shirt. I'm just now noting.
Yeah.
And you said that's Coach Elliott's shirt.
Yeah. Man, Coach Elliott's got connections with everybody around here. If he wants a shirt, they're gonna be like, "Hey, here you go. I'll give you one of our shirts."
What's something about the coach? What's a deep dark secret that you would like for the whole world to know?
Deep dark secret.
Something preferably embarrassing.
Are you sure about this? And one more thing. We just talked about it after practice, actually. Seize the day. Because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. We got some guys that are injured. Senior year, he's done. He can never wrestle again, in college. And that's kind of a shock to me. It chokes me up to even think about it. Like, this could be my last day wrestling. That's a big thing to me. Like, it scares me. It shakes me up a little bit to think that I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. I'm not guaranteed one more time on the mat. And wrestling is part of who I am. So make sure you just seize the day, take advantage of it every moment. Oh my goodness, not many people are going to be repping this, but November's coming up. Movember, rock the mustaches, guys. It's the pinnacle of manhood. I know you're thinking, look at this guy, creeper mustache. Nah, he's supporting the awareness of testicular cancer. More men die every year from testicular cancer than women do from breast cancer. But you don't hear about that. It's a big thing. It's a good deal. It's for a good cause. Grow the stashes out, fellas.